any questions right now. If you have anything, I'll give some time at the end. Okay, so you may ask the question. I'll just open the forum for question and answers. So you might ask any question over there. Okay, first listen and concentrate this. This is very important. The today's one is very important. So environment setup for building the Angular application, like how you can set up your environment. Generally speaking, if you wanted to build any kind of Angular application, there are a couple of things that needs to be installed. So the first one is going to be Node.js server, or else let's say Node.js, I can say that is very important. Now what a Node.js will do, the Node.js which can be used to run the Angular application. That means whenever if you wanted to run that Angular application, because Angular is also a web technology, right? Tell me, am I right? Angular is also going to be a web technology, generally speaking. So that means any web technology, if you wanted to run, definitely we should have the support of the server. Then who will execute that Angular application? Not even the Angular application. The environment setup right now, whatever I'm discussing here, is common for React.js, Vue.js, and then Angular. Whatever we have right now, Angular 15, we have same kind of environment setup for building that Angular application. That means the very first thing is going to be, we have to install the Node.js. The very first thing is going to be, we have to install the Node.js. Now, once if you can install the Node.js, then this Node.js will install a package manager. That is what we call it as a Node.js package manager. Now, what is Node.js package manager here? What is Node.js package manager here? If you are a Java developer, I hope you people might know about the jar files. Or else, if you are a .NET developer, you might know about the DLLs, right? Definitely, because these sessions are planned for Java and .NET full stack developers. So that is where, understand, that is where, I'm telling you, if you are a Java developer, you know about the jar file. And if you are a .NET developer, you know about the DLL files. Now, what is the purpose of it? It comes with some predefined functionality, generally speaking. And that functionality is completely maintained or managed. That functionality is completely maintained or managed by a tool that is what we call it as a package manager. Now, what is Node.js that I'll give you? Node.js is basically, it is a server which will be executing the JavaScript. I can say that Node.js, it is nothing but the server, and the purpose of it, which will be used to execute the JavaScript on browser, which will be used to execute the JavaScript on the browser. That is the reason where we use what? Node.js. Now, how we can get the Node.js? So we can install the Node.js from here. You can see that. I'll go with nodejs.org is that official website. I'm going to copying that. Now you can see. So this is that official website, guys. The official website is going to be nodejs.org/en. Now you can see what it is going to be. What is the definition according to this? You can see that. 1 second, please. Right. Now you can see we have what? 18 point. Yeah, sorry. Right. Now you can see here we have what? 18.15.0. LTS is the version that we are having. Long-term support version is available here. So you can download. Now, what is Node.js here? Node.js is an open source. Open source means it's free. Again, cross-platform. What is mean by cross-platform? That means Node.js you people can install in like any operating system. It doesn't matter at all. Either you can download it on the Windows, or you can download it on the Mac, or you can download it on the flashlight, or you can download it on the different operating system. If you want to download it on Windows, you can select it. Otherwise, you can just click on other downloads where you can find, you see, Mac installer, Windows installer. You can find it in the Linux, and you can see there is a Docker image and power systems. We have different different servers that are available. There you can download different operating systems. Now, once you download it, it includes that NPM version of what? You can see that. It includes that NPM version of 9.5.0. Understand? That means you can see the time when you download it, it automatically installs NPM also. Now, what is the purpose of Java? This one, Node.js, you can see that. Node.js is nothing but the server which will be used to execute the JavaScript on the browser. That is the purpose of it. From where you can download it from here. https://nodejs.org/en is the website. Now here also you can see the two versions. One is LTS version, another one is the current version. One is LTS version, another one is current version. Now, what is the difference between these two? What is the difference between these two? LTS version is nothing but it is a stable version. Okay, it is a stable version where they provided the support. The Node.js developer, they provide the support for this version. Current version is going to be an unstable version. That means that keep on updating it without any prior notice. Without any prior notice, they have a right to update it. They have a right to degrade it. They have a right to modify it. That is this one, unstable version. Yes, very good, Aryan. We may call it as beta version also. It's a beta version. But in practical environment, in real time, we definitely use LTS versions only. We never go and we never use the current versions. That's because it's a beta version. So that is where we always try to use what? LTS versions. That is the good programming practice. Now, how do we download? Just you can click on that. Then it might take a minute to download. That's depend on that internet speed. Now I'll go to here, click on OK. It might take a minute to download and install. Just a minute. Maybe you can do in parallel, same thing. Now you can see it is computing the space requirements. I'll go with the next, accept the terms and conditions, next, and then next, and then next, and then next. Just to go with the regular flow, no need to do anything. Just if you can do that, then it will take some time to install, not more than a minute. Will be very faster actually, because I have already installed. It might checking that. Otherwise, it's not a big deal. I have installed it. Just wait a minute. One more minute might be. Right. Now you can see, I'll click on finish so that it get installed. Now, how do you verify that whether it was installed in your machine or not? To do that, open the window, just go with window this one, and here you can search for command prompt. A command prompt which was installed in your machine, just open the command prompt, and there you can give a command, something like node-v, where it stands for the version. Now, what is the version which was installed in the machine? It is 18.15.0 is the version that we are having. We may use this particular one. Understand? We may use this particular one, node-v. The time when I'm giving node-v, it get installed 18.15.0, whatever we install. And at the same time, as I told you, whenever you install this Node.js, it includes that NPM as well. What is NPM? I will show you, but you can see NPM version is also 9.5.0 was installed. Now let me check that NPM version, how I can do that. NPM-v if I'm using, now you can see it's 9.5.0. Understood. That means one time, if you can install the Node.js, it will install the Node.js and automatically it includes that NPM. Now, what is NPM? NPM is a Node Package Manager. NPM is a Node Package Manager. Now, what it is? It is exactly like your Google Drive. Suppose, let's say, if you can take a picture, or else like you have a resume, and that resume is there in a pen drive. Then carrying that pen drive, that you might forget definitely at some point of time, right? Definitely, as a human, we definitely did the mistake, and we supposed to we sometimes we lost it. Sometimes we may forget to bring that when we are going for out, because it's a physical drive. It's a physical drive. But let's just take an example. If I'm having my resume in a Gmail, or else if I'm having my resume in a Google Drive, I'm able to get that anywhere, right? Yes or no? Because it is using the virtual memory. If it will be available on the internet, or if it will be available on the cloud, it will be available on the repository. The advantage is what? You people can download it anywhere, wherever it requires. The same thing they are maintaining in NPM.js as well. Now, what is NPM.js? NPM is a node package manager. It contains a list of packages. NPM is having what? A list of packages. Check on what kind of packages. It contains all the JavaScript packages. You can see that. Build an amazing things. We are in GitHub, the company behind that NPM registry and NPM CLI. We offer those community for free, but our day job is building and selling useful tools for the developer like you. Now, what it is going to be, take your JavaScript development up to the notch. Now you can just download whatever the package is required. Suppose you guys need the TypeScript, man. Then what you can do, if you can search for the TypeScript, then they will show you the exact match. That means the TypeScript package. So how do we install the TypeScript in our application? How do we get the next build? Not only that, suppose I just need a Bootstrap. There you can see we are able to get the Bootstrap 5. And how do we install? There you can find different there is a command, something like npm I bootstrap is available. By using that we can, or else let's say you people wants to get React.js is required. Just search for React.js. There you can see we have the package is available. How we can get that package? We have a command for that one. npm I React.js is the package. Or else let's say you people wants to get Angular CLI, because Angular, as I told you, it's not a library. Understood? It's not a library, it's a framework. So we have like lot of libraries are available and lot of tools are available. In that Angular CLI is a tool which can be used to build, develop, deploy, run, test, everything we can do with the help of CLI tool. If you wanted to get that tool, you can see that. You can see that we have a command like that. You see, for everything we have the command, and once you execute that command, it will go to that package manager and it will download that relevant package. Understand? Now, what is an NPM? I can say that NPM is a package manager. That means I can say that it is a space in cloud. Simply, I can say it is a space in cloud. What an NPM will have? It contains all the client side libraries and tools within it. That means it contains all the libraries and tools. That means the way how you people are having your Google Photos on the drive, the way how you are having your images, or else like your notepad, or else like your what I can say MS Office files. In the same way, NPM is also maintaining that. That means it contains all the client-side libraries and tools within it. It contains all the client-side libraries and tools within it. That is how it is going to be. Understand? That is how it is going to be. Now, we can download those tools and the libraries and can be used to build all the client-side applications. Can be used to build all the client-side application. Whatever the client-side application you guys wants to build, you can just build with the help of it. That is the advantage that we are having. Understand? Clear now? Tell me, guys, is it clear? Is this clear? Very good. Very good. Nice. Nice. So that means, and here, like I can say one thing, once we install Node.js, it automatically installs NPM into the system. It automatically installs NPM into the system. So how we can verify the version? Simply, I can say node-v will give the version of Node.js. And at the same time, if we can go to here, npm-v, okay, npm-v will give the version of npm. That means you can open the command prompt and you can do whatever you want. Just you can open the command prompt and you can run these commands. I hope you're not the kids to tell you like where the command prompt is, but anyhow, I'll just explain you one more time. Just go to the window, type for the command prompt. I'll open the command prompt and here you can use node-v, where -v stands for what? Version. Okay. -v stands for version. Right. Now you can see we have what? It's an 18.15.0 node-v. And at the same time, I'll go with, let's write a command, something like npm-v, which will give you that npm version, that is 9.5.0 that we are having. Understood? Clear. This is all about like, the Node.js and NPM. Now, additionally, guys, one thing I'm telling you, if you have like Node.js version 14 plus version, that should be fine. Okay, in order to build that application. 14 plus version is fine. But why I always ask you, I mean, why I'm telling always like, go with the latest one means, if you can learn like, something latest here, once you join in the company also, you never feel like, that is, I'm sorry, guys. Got a call. That is good. Just a minute, please. Right. Right. So these are the two things that we are having. Just why I'm telling you like go with the installed version means once you join in the company, you might like, work on latest things, updated things. So there you never face like any difficulty for that reason only. But if you can have like, the Node.js version 14 and above, NPM version 6 and above, both are enough like to learn about the Angular. Understand? Don't worry about like, if you're having least version, but it doesn't like, cost more, right? Not even like cost anything. You can simply connect with internet and you can download it. Am I right? Tell me. You can simply connect with internet and then you can download it so that automatically it will get downloaded. I don't know like why again, you're asking the question like I'm having this version, whether it is okay, not okay. But I'm telling you 14 plus version and in the Node NPM 7 version, both are fine for me. Okay, na? Right. And the next one is going to be, so the first thing is going to be, Node.js. Second thing is going to be NPM is required. And third one is going to be, we must and should have a TypeScript to be installed. Now, what is TypeScript? What is the need of the TypeScript here? No need to download NPM. That is where I mentioned here. We can download those tools and we can make use of it. That is how it is going to. Okay, right. Now, what is TypeScript? These many days, like, so far, before that Angular application development, either you can take an Angular JS, okay, you can take an Angular JS or you can take a jQuery, Knockout JS, Node JS. All these are like, the JavaScript libraries that are available. There you need to write the program with the help of pure JavaScript. Understood what I'm saying? That means either you can take the JavaScript, jQuery. In jQuery also we write like, the JavaScript code only. Node.js you can take, Knockout.js you can take. For the period of time, like, from last couple of years, any library that comes into the picture, we need to write the logic with the help of JavaScript. But as I told you, JavaScript is having some lack of features. What are the features which are not available? The first feature is going to be JavaScript is not a compiler based language. That is the first one. It's not a compiler based language. And the second one is going to be, understand, and the second one is going to be JavaScript is not a type safe language. What is mean by type safety? That means it not supported the data types. And JavaScript, writing the JavaScript, plain JavaScript is very difficult task for the developer. That is where Microsoft introduced a language, what we call it as TypeScript. Understood? Microsoft introduced a language that is TypeScript. The day when the TypeScript was introduced in the picture, we are going to mostly use. So the day like when Microsoft introduced the TypeScript, most of the people, most of the client side development, we are using only TypeScript over here. Understand? Now I'll explain you what exactly the TypeScript is. You don't need to worry about it, but just I'm telling you like how we can get or how we can install the TypeScript into our application. That part I'll explain it to you. Understand? So TypeScript is nothing but it is a programming language, or else let's say it is a scripting language which can be used to program Angular applications. Whenever if you wanted to build that Angular application, we use what? TypeScript. Now, TypeScript is nothing but it is existing JavaScript only. That means it is not adding any new feature, existing JavaScript only, but additionally, we have here data types. And also it comes with compiler supports. Understood what I am saying? TypeScript is nothing but what? Whatever the JavaScript we are having, the same JavaScript only. Additionally, we are having what? The data types. That's it. Nothing apart from that one. Additionally, what we are having? We have the data types. We have the data types. Additionally, we have the data types. Nothing apart from that one. Understood? We have the data types. And also TypeScript is having a compiler as well. Now this compiler, we need to get it from the NPM again. So how we can get that? For that reason, you can just search here. Maybe I'll open this and I'm going to write something like TypeScript. I'll write something like TypeScript. Now you can see TypeScript, we have the package. Now you can see it is asked me to install. For the latest and stable version, run this command. Now what this command is going to be? First, I'll paste it here. To install, run the command. How do we run the command? npm install -g TypeScript. So how we can do that one? Simply I'll go to here, npm install. That means from the node package manager, you have to install. Understand? You have to install. -g is nothing but the global installation. Now, global installation is something like one time if you can install. In anywhere you can create that Angular application, by default, it uses that particular package. That means one time, one place if you can install. The system place if you can install for one time, then it automatically install globally and you need not to install it separately for every time. That is how it is going to be. -g stands for global installation. npm install -g is the global installation. What you wanted to install, the TypeScript that what I'm installing, when I'm giving OK, then automatically it will install the TypeScript. See that? It's hardly like, 1 minute job. not even minute. It's a seconds job. Just you can give the command. Now I wanted to verify whether it was installed it or not. How do I do that one? Simply, we use the command tsc-v. Understand? That means to check the version, that installed. Okay, we use a command what? tsc-v. Okay, where TSC stands for TypeScript compiler, where TSC stands for what? TypeScript compiler. TSC stands for TypeScript compiler. Understand? TSC stands for TypeScript compiler. That means we need to have TypeScript to be installed. Now, why we need to use TypeScript? What is the importance of the TypeScript and how it is going to be differ from the JavaScript, and why most of the people they are using the TypeScript in order to build that application? That part I'll explain it to you, once we start about the TypeScript session. Clear now? Clear, tell me. Hello. Right? Very good. That means 3 things we have done so far. With respect to that environment setup, we have done 3 things. First one is what? Install the Node.js. We can get the Node.js from this official website. And here, just you can give download button so that it will get downloaded. And once if it is downloaded, then to check the version, okay, open the command prompt and give something like node-v, which will give you the version of the Node.js. That is the one. And this Node.js automatically installs what? NPM. What is NPM? It is a package manager where it contains all the list of packages. Okay, where it contains all the list of packages. And once if the package is available, you can just, whatever the package is required, you can search in the window, then it will give you the command to install. But make sure guys, any package, suppose let's say npm install -g TypeScript is available. If you run this particular command, you should connect with the internet. Because all the packages, all the commands are running only when you're having a valid internet connection. If you don't have an internet connection, then it won't download any package. That is very important. I can't show you by turn off my internet practically, but just I'm telling you, if you can run this command means npm install -g TypeScript, then you must have to connect with the internet, then only the packages will be downloaded. Otherwise, no single package will be downloaded. No single package will be downloaded. So these are the 3 things. And the 4th one is going to be, we just need to have an Angular CLI. Angular CLI, where CLI stands for command line interface, where CLI stands for command line interface. Now, what is Angular CLI here? What is Angular CLI? What is the need of Angular CLI? That part I'll explain it to you maybe in tomorrow's session. And additionally, we need to have what? Additionally, we have what? IDE, where it stands for Integrated Development Environment. Integrated Development Environment. That's it. So, Integrated Development Environment. I used here Visual Studio Code. Okay, I used here Visual Studio Code, that what I am using here. I'm going to use VS Code, that is Visual Studio Code over here, in order to build that Angular application. And I'm using that Angular CLI also. These 2 that I'll download it tomorrow, so that the environment setup is going to be done. What you need to do is today simply install the Node.js and check the package manager, and roam around like, the NPM, what exactly it contain, what we have it in the NPM, what is Node.js, and what exactly the TypeScript. Because like, for everything, we have an official documentation, guys. If you can go to, let's say, TypeScript, when I click on here, you can see there is an official documentation. TypeScriptLang.org is that official documentation. There we have the docs. You see TypeScript for a new programmer, like how to write, like, the conditions, everything you can see. TypeScript for C# and .NET programs, like how the classes are going to be and everything. No, Srikanth, I wanted to learn like, from the scratch. We have a handbook where it covers like, most of the thing. I mean, anyhow, I'll explain, but why I'm suggesting you means, this is a place where you have sufficient time to learn like, some topics. But in practical environment, you never get a chance to like, be here for 10 days or 20 days or 30 days and learn like, the concept in real time. So that is the reason where you can start like, self-learning also. Anyhow, that I'll take care. You don't need to worry about it. I'll take care everything. But you also just put some efforts on the learning part by your own. That definitely give you good results. That is my intention. Nothing apart from that. And the next one is, as I told you, the prerequisites yesterday only, HTML, CSS, JavaScript basics are required. Without knowing any JavaScript knowledge, I suggest you, at least you can start in parallel. At least you can start in parallel, because this is 1.5 hour session and you have like lot of time, like, to learn something. At least you can start learning by yourself the JavaScript, because we used to write like, the JavaScript in some cases. That is my intention. You should know at least the basic level of the JavaScript. That is important. Okay. And most of the people, they ask me about like, the topics that we are going to cover as the part of the training. And I'm going to cover like, these many things, guys. I'm going to cover like, these many things as the topic list. Topics. Yeah, it's okay. If you know, like, how do we, if you can understand the concept, then that should be fine. Nothing apart from that. So these many things are going to be covered. Introduction to Angular, setup and environment, or how like, the folder structure. And we'll be discussing about the TypeScript and templates, styles, directives, component data binding, pipes, services, API calls with the help of an Ajax, dependency injection, forms, routing, RxJS operators and observables, modules and version enhancements. And I'll give you. So JSON is like, daily life. Every day, like we will be using JSON only, nothing. That is why I'm telling the people who are the part of the JavaScript, you may learn like, without having any issues, guys. No need to worry about it. You can learn like, in parallel, because like anyhow, we are not directly start with that Angular. We will be starting the TypeScript for now. Understand? Once if that environment setup is done, maybe tomorrow only I'll start with the TypeScript. Understand? Tomorrow I'll start with the TypeScript, so that there will be some sufficient time for you to understand and learn. That is the reason. Okay. Yeah, Bootstrap, like, see, I'm giving you like an overview. I'm not giving you like, exactly what I'm going to tell you. When I say about the template will cover like, what HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, both three things would be covered. And styles you can take. There I'm using Angular material also, which I haven't discussed, but Angular material also I will show you an example. And directives you can take, attribute directives and normal directive, structural directive, and component directive. That means I'm just giving you like, a overview, what exactly the developer is required, because I'm not completely into that training. Understand? I'm a developer having 10 years of IT experience as complete full stack developer. I'm working as a technical lead, so that whatever the trending concepts are there, I'll definitely like, take those concepts and I'm explaining. Why should I unnecessary explain like, all the things which are there in the Angular? So that is what my intention. Okay. No, right now this is online training only. There is no classroom training. Once if they created a link, okay, once if they created a link for us, then definitely I'll upload like all these notes and everything, and on daily basis the examples also. Don't worry about it. Sir, mostly what will be used static based and dynamic combination. Rajesh, Google, Gmail you can take. We have the login page, that is static. Next one is what? Gmail's mails are loading, right? That is dynamic. It's a combination. We can't say that like, only one can be used. It comes like, both. Yeah, it's a frequently asked questions. I have like, list of questions where like, very frequently asked in the interview. I'll give you at the end. Don't worry. I don't know about like, these recordings and all. Offline batch, I'm not sure, guys. I don't know like, about that offline batch. It's pure online batch, that what I got the information from the management. No, I don't have any plan for JavaScript, whereas I'll target like, only TypeScript. Can we have the, sir, can we use Visual Studio Code? Yes, Visual Studio Code only we will be using. We will be using VS Code only. No, each and everything is different. Angular is different, React is different, Node is different. But all these are works with the help of JavaScript. That is only the similarity. See, Angular is not only for the Java people, not only for the .NET people. The, the developers like who wants to become a full stack. Suppose you know about the Java, then you wanted to become a full stack developer, then you can learn the Angular. Suppose let's say we have a .NET developer, they wanted to become a full stack. They might learn like, the Angular. Suppose PHP people, or else like Python people. Anyone can learn. It doesn't matter that like, any web application developer can learn Angular. And this class is designed like in that way. It is not like I'm not targeting like, anyone, either you're from the Java or .NET, it doesn't matter to me. I'll explain you in a generic way. That is so. I don't have contact number. Maybe I'll just connect with them today and I will update you on that. Okay. Guys, no need to do anything the way how I have explained in the session. You please download in that way. Go with the default setting. You need not to change any kind of environment variable and nothing to be done. Okay, nothing to be done. Just you can just download the Node.js software and then you can install it. That's it. No need to do anything. No need to change any kind of environment variable. That is not required from me. Okay. That is where like what students see prerequisites. I told you prerequisites are what? HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Any person who know about these three, they can come and attend. That's it. That to basic level, not extreme level. Basic level is fine. Basic level is fine. If anyone knows about that, then they are welcome to join for this course. It doesn't matter that like it is for full stack, non-full stack, XYZ, something like that. Anyone who are having like, the basic understanding of that, then that should be fine for. Okay, now? Next. I don't know anything about the fees and the Google Classroom code. I don't have any info because like as these are the demo sessions, they might like, not available. The admins are not available, but definitely give one more day. Then like, I'll, or else like today only I'll connect with them once. Like some admin will definitely assign to this batch. I'll coordinate with them and I'll give like, their number. But when TSC-V is run, TSC is not recognized as. Yes, we do have the session. What is tomorrow? What is tomorrow? Hey, okay, it's Ugadi. But anyhow, it's an online session, right? You please attend. It's an online only, right? Okay. Yeah, we do have a session tomorrow, guys. We don't have like any, I mean, I didn't get any confirmation from the management. If anything that you will come to know. But still I didn't get. Next. Any other questions? Any other questions, guys? Yeah, I told you not tomorrow. Tomorrow we have session. We have session.